Hello, my name's Ken. I'm shooting my first video for YouTube, and I thought I'd want to share a little bit about my card collecting habits and collection to the YouTube community and card collecting community. Um, I basically started collecting cards in 1979 when I was about 9 years old, and I've been collecting mainly ever since. My favorite sport at the time was baseball. I played baseball and watched baseball, listened to baseball on the radio. I lived in Southern California, and I was a Dodgers fan, and of course, the famous Vin Scully was on the radio, so I used to listen to him each night when I went to listen to the Dodger games when I went to bed, fall asleep listening to the radio. Wake up in the morning, the radio would still be on. But baseball is my sport of choice, and I've been collecting baseball cards ever since. Basically, I collect mostly from my teen years up and through probably now 1990 or so, and then I moved to Colorado to go to college and kind of put card collecting on hiatus because I was spending all my money on college and food and gas money and all that kind of stuff. So I guess it was kind of a good time to stop collecting the hobby, because in the 90s that was really the prime of the junk wax era, and some other things that started happening during that time. I didn't really collect that much in the late 80s either. It was too much spending time in high school hanging out with friends. But I had a little bit here and there. When I moved to Colorado, I moved my collection about a year later after I had kept it at my mom's house. I probably had amassed about 30,000 cards in my collection, mostly baseball cards, some basketball cards. And then in 1995 I got married, and card collecting was not really on my mind at that point, and I was focusing on just hanging out with my wife because she's awesome. And then we were moving all the time, and I got tired of moving my card collection around, and so I thought I'd sell the majority of my collection and take that money and use it to buy power tools, because what man doesn't like power tools? And I like to build things, so like furniture. And so we had a new house, and I couldn't afford to buy a lot of furniture, so I bought myself a table saw and a few other tools like a router, and used that money to build some furniture for our house. So I saved a lot of money doing that, and my cards helped me fund some of that. We still have some of that furniture. So that's a little bit of history about my card collection. So when I sold those cards, I probably kept about 3,000 of those cards, and I still have them today. I still have some of the original cards that I collected back in 1979. I didn't get rid of everything. So I'm really happy that I did that. I think I got back into the hobby probably about 12 years ago. When I moved to Colorado, I became a Rockies fan and also a Denver Broncos fan. I kind of started collecting back in probably like 1990s or 2007, and I got in collecting football cards of my favorite player, Ed McCaffrey. And so I have a binder collection of probably 800 cards or so, different parallel cards of Ed McCaffrey. So maybe someday I'll show you that collection. I also started collecting a little bit of baseball cards, especially when the Rockies went to the World Series in 2007. I really renewed my passion for baseball, and card collecting was part of that. And so I started collecting a lot more Rockies baseball cards and memorabilia as well. So, now we're up to 2019, and I've kind of went through my card collection and counted up some of the cards that I have, and I think I'm back up to about 10,000 cards now. So I've definitely increased my collection over the last 10 or 12 years. I mostly collect by singles and items here and there. I don't open a lot of packs. Occasionally I will buy a box or two. I feel like buying packs is, you get random things, and it's kind of fun to open packs to see the excitement about it, but I still get pretty excited when I buy stuff off eBay or to do trades with some other collectors, or go to the local hobby shop to buy some cool stuff to add to my personal collection. Some of my personal collection, consists of, like I said, Ed McCaffrey. I have all of Rocky's team sets from Upper Deck from 1993 till 2010. I have all the Topps base sets from 1993 till 2018. And I collect a few players like Todd Helton, a lot of other Rocky stars that I have. Current players and lots of young rookies like Kyle Freeland and Herman Marquez and David Dahl and Ryan McMahon, and of course Nolan Arenado. He's one of the best baseball players ever in my opinion. Go Rockies. Got my new Rockies hat from Coors Field a few weeks ago. I'll share a little bit about that story in another video. But in the future, I will share a little bit more about my collection. I just want to show you a few things from my collection here that I just enjoy collecting. Here's a card of Ed McCaffrey, one of my favorite players, autograph card. I'm not even sure what year this is. SP from 1999. Another one of my favorite players growing up, Ken Griffey Jr. Pulled this pack from Upper Deck in 1989. I have a couple of these that I pulled from packs. These are really cool cards. Maybe I'll think about getting one of these graded one of these days. I mentioned Pete Rose. I collected many of his cards. This is his 1964 second year card. One of the best cards I had for a long time in the hobby. It's a pretty cool card. One of my other favorite players, Todd Helton. Hopefully the light's not shining too much on the screen here. So Todd Helton's another one of my favorite players. This is his rookie card. This is a Beckett graded 9 mint. So that's a little bit about my collection. I've got one more last card here I want to show you. One of my new favorite players. This is, of course, Nolan Arenado, first at third. He's gotten the Gold Glove 6 years straight, so only third baseman to do that, starting his career. Well, that's all I'm going to share today. Look forward to chat with you some more. Go Rockies.